Yo, Mama Do Sako Mohammed. Sleepingmara.com. Yeah. That is. It's under construction right now. I'm also on a Linux PC. So welcome everyone, straight from North Korea, or Taiwan as they call it, but they prefer themselves of having it. They have been trying really hard to make it seem that this is North Korea, so okay. So then this is North Korea, I guess. Should we do around with dry bones? Let me change the title, by the way. I forgot about that. The title, and then look at the chat as well, because of a whole bunch of things. I'm not sure if you can. I'm pretty sure you can't stream there. But hey, I'm gonna. But I'm pretty sure you can't. But who knows, right? Doing some. Okay, I'm just quickly doing the. No, if in North Korea they would ask me to delete some footage, then I would obviously do it, right? But the kindergarten kid I just ran into, they can better be, they can better just, I don't know. All right, time to go, guys. Time to go. Chat's on. Comrade Kip in the house. That's my bot, by the way. Oh. I would like to, though. If they would allow me to, I would do it. But yeah, that question is very hard to answer. I mean, it's not very hard to answer. The answer is probably no, right? But who knows? Anyway. I don't think I've ever played with Waluigi. So I thought the Taiwanese are completely messed up, you know. It's very hard for a mainlander to go to Taiwan. It's not impossible, but it's hard. The other way around is very easy. If you're Taiwanese, you can almost go straight away to China. So, you know, you have to. There are a little contrary to popular belief things. Like the other Taiwanese are really weird. I'm surely not the best Mario player in Taiwan. Welcome, Mohammed, by the way. Welcome. I think I don't think you need to be rich. There are just limited spots. I don't think it's super expensive. I am not entirely sure how it works internally in China. But there is really like limited spot. Like, let me put it like this: if tomorrow half of Taiwan, right, wants to go to China for some reason, they can go. The population is 23 million. There's 3 million people living in China. Right. But here there are only like a few people like allowed only through travel agencies, by the way. It's almost like North Korea. Like, I mean, not completely, like, but most of the tourists that are allowed, there are not many, but there are a few, and most of them, at least used to be that, used to go through travel agencies. They are like North Korea, basically. They just think that they are. They are far worse than North Korea in a way, because they pretend that they're like having freedom and democracy and this and that. Migrants? Yeah, no, these are tourists. These aren't even migrants. I've met people like who are like from the mainland who got married here, basically. I got a professor who's probably from the mainland. Originally, but has lived in Taiwan for like 20 years or so. They're very strange. They're very strange. They absolutely have no idea what's going on in the world, but they think they do. That is the thing. I don't really understand. Life in Taiwan is good. It used to be okay. I mean, what is good, right? It would have been better if they would have treated me normally. But no, I mean, you know, these people are obsessed with some really freaky things, which they are going to pay for. They essentially secretly try to like ruin my life for 20 years. Collectively, they all knew. And I told them a long time ago that they would be paying for that. And they haven't. Yeah, there's no synthetic drugs there. The whole island is basically one drug lab. Their synthetic drugs are like, but in Europe, in Holland, you don't need to go anyway either. I mean, Holland is also one big drug lab. I mean, you know, there is a big clubbing scene in the north, you know, in the capital, and they do their fair amount of actually mostly shitty synthetic drugs. Oh shoot. Yeah, but I haven't gone clubbing in like ages and ages, well over a decade. Already when I was still like, I was like partying, but I wasn't going clubbing anymore. I never, apart from my very young years, I never really was a big clubbing guy. Also never really been a big drug head. I've, you know, done some things, but here they drugged me up though once. They have obviously never been forgiven for that. Yeah, it's written down on my blog. They did it, you know, because they were obsessed with my relationships and stuff. They were obsessed with all kinds of things. We were in front for a while, isn't it? Taiwan can be famous for thinking that they have freedom and democracy, but in reality, they're actually more like North Korea. The relationship with China is like very, very, very clear. Again, if you're from China, if you're Taiwanese, you can go to China any time of the day. The other way around, not at all. They conveniently forget those things. I didn't live in Rotterdam. I lived near The Hague, and where are you from? Are you from the Netherlands? Oh, you're from Afghanistan. Yeah, we got a guy from North Korea in chat and from Afghanistan. Good. Next one will be from Turkmenistan, you know. Oh, you're from Spain. I see. We got people from all over the world. That's cool. I don't really know how to dodge those things. They're actually not cheap. The companies are from here. They make them in China though. So here they're like normal Western price really. They're a little bit cheaper, but not by much. Not by much. They used to be much cheaper, but that's not the case anymore. At least, you know, when I buy things, they used to be much cheaper. If you want to go for cheap stuff, it's probably better to go to China. If you buy online, basically, I figure that I watch his Maki stream a fair amount. They know me there, right? They know me there. They even read my blog, right? They even read my blog. Every now and then on stream, they have a good laugh. If it wasn't for the fact that it was my own blog, I would have a good laugh as well, right? I wrote down many years ago already, like, this might seem hilarious, but actually it's really sad because, you know, actually it's real. But if it wasn't for the sad part, it would actually be really funny. Yeah, so if you buy online, if you buy your stuff online, I would advise you to check the Chinese websites. They have them in English these days, and they have like a lot of. I'm losing a lot of points by the way. Doesn't really matter. They. Oh really? People do that, yeah? I'm really not too familiar with that anymore. I might go to China because it seems that I don't need a visa anymore. I get like 30 days for like... The biggest problem used to... I've been to China before, just as a tourist, you know? People are like, spy this, blah, that. You know? Dude, I was there... I've been there twice. And yeah, I don't know. The second time was not so bad. But the first time was pretty interesting. If I would really go to North Korea, it's likely that I have to go to China first. Go to China. And going to China is convenient because I speak Chinese. So that is... Yeah, so I heard in Shenzhen, right? I heard that it's really like... People have been telling me lately as well. Like, you can get really... And I've been buying some things online. I met Kyokan in IRL in Japan, which was pretty cool. I met him in Japan. They were friendly. I mean, you know, in Tokyo it was. I wasn't feeling so great at the time, but it was not too bad. One second. Oh, really? Back in the day, it's a long time ago, but back in the day, some Apple computers here were like 300 USD cheaper than they were in Europe. So I bought one for my brother. Oh, you really have to go to the side. But I'm not... it's a bit of a weakness. I'm not a big businessman. Sometimes you have to be... even, you know, to make your life a little bit easier, it's better to watch, you know, watch prices and stuff. I don't really do that anymore. I mean, that I'm not into business is one thing, right? You like it or you don't like it. At the same time, watching the price differences is also not going to hurt you. Retro Android handhelds? What kind of hardware do you need for that? Is like a mini computer enough? It was a bit dumb because. Yeah. Use ARM processors. But isn't a Raspberry Pi or something enough for that? Like one of those like mini computers, micro, what do you call it? Embedded systems, it's called. Right? I see, I see. Yeah, yeah. They have a lot of like those specialized things. Yes, I saw, and really cheap, really cheap, really cheap. Oh, really? So it's like a Switch, but like with better hardware, basically. What kind of hardware does a Switch 2 have? Do you know? I'm on the Switch 2 now, basically. All right, we're going to Crown City. This tune in the game right now is one of my favorites, I think. With 8 cores and 2.5 gigahertz. I see, I see. How much RAM and video RAM is in this? The video card must be like. These things have like enormous video cards, no? 12 gig. It's okay, all right. I mean, they surely have like a hugely optimized OS, so you know, 12 gig, fair enough. Oh, okay, okay. I was looking at the chat, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm playing so bad, it's chat and my screen are like a bit far away. I should put it next to the... And maybe I should actually do that, yeah. 3 teraflops. Is that like... Shared system and RAM memory? Like in VMs, you can have like shared memory. That's all how I know. Like in VMs. On Linux, if you use KVM QEMU, right? You can have shared memory. I don't really know how well it works or stuff. But you can do it. System memory. So system and GPU memory, or? I see, I see. Yeah, I don't really. I know how to. I know the basics basically, but I'm not like any good at anything. Oh, a unified memory pool, according to AI. Because GPU memory is normally much quicker than system memory. Like the transfer rates are higher, basically. Ah, over a decade. That's getting a bit old. That's getting a bit old. When was it? 2015. I remember what I had at Skylake. You should still be able to stream with that. As long as it's going strong. As long as you don't really play new games. Or like... Yeah. You know... I threw away most of my stuff. I got like a slightly better than mid-range, like a laptop that was high range probably like 2 years ago or something, right? But it's 2 years older now. It was still new, but like, you know, but an old version basically. It's good enough for streaming, right? Good enough for streaming. If I would stream it like this, a super new game, then okay, I can still stream it. Don't get me wrong, but I would have toned down the settings a bit. But that's no big deal. Two tablets with Android 9 Raspberry Pi 3 and two laptops on 2. You have saved, you still got them, yeah? It's pretty cool though. I had some hardware, but I threw it all away. I mean, I got two laptops basically. I got a laptop from 5 years ago, which works fine. It's AMD Ryzen, I think 3rd gen or something. Hello, bot. We got our bot. Oh, you do? No, I don't. I don't have a PC now. I threw that one away. It still had useful components. but I did really well. I got a gigabyte, but I kind of regret. I should have gotten like a Lenovo ThinkPad. Onigiri. Because yeah, as you can see, the Taiwanese are super friendly. They truly love me, right? They truly love me. Ah, you got that's pretty solid. No, I mean you can still like how do you say you can go on for quite a while. So this laptop has like I forgot what gen Intel, but it has like a solid Intel one, 12 or 13 gen, and it has a 4050. Oh, you can run a local add-on. So this one is not fast enough for that. I got 32 RAM as well. I probably should have upgraded to 64. I decided to stay on it. Browsers really take a lot of RAM these days. I mean, I'm surprised. You should. Yeah, no, I always used to buy AMD stuff. I'm on Linux, right? So it depends. I mean, my life is faked, obviously, so it's not entirely sure. But generally, once you can get like OpenCL working, AMD stuff just works better, easier than 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 Nvidia's. Not that there's much difference, to be honest. Like, if you just use Ubuntu, it's always going to be simple. I don't know. I always slightly preferred AMD, but it's not like a deal breaker or something. But I always slightly prefer. But I lived through. I mean, right? I lived through a fake pandemic, and I'm watching the Russia-Ukrainian war that doesn't exist, etc., etc. And they had all kinds of that nonsense with like AMD and Nvidia as well. Jensen Huang is the greatest Taiwanese hero the world has ever seen, and all that nonsense. I mean, they created. I mean, the people behind this, I'm pretty sure they won't be living long lives, or happy lives, because it's so lunatic what they did to me. So Jensen Huang in the boardroom made more billionaires than anyone else, according to the fake program. And yeah, the proprietary ones. I'm using the proprietary ones. Yeah, the open source ones are already not good. The AMD ones are much better, basically. It's not a deal breaker. I was looking for a laptop, and the laptops within my budget that were somewhat okay, all that Nvidia video cards. So and again, it's not really a deal breaker. If they would have an AMD one, I would I bought an AMD. It turned out that in my price range, they only had like Nvidia ones, which is fine. It was good, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I renewed all my stuff here. Maybe I should have done it in China. Let's do it. Really? Yeah. So my old AMD one from like 5 years ago, I use it as my file server and I run 2 VMs on it. Like my website is being run from that actually, which I'm not sure if it's smart or not, but it's being run from there. And I have a simple cloud instance, just in case. I use it more for backup than really as a. Well, I do use it as a cloud, you know. Yeah, my router isn't exposed. I do it differently. I'm not literally gonna tell you how I do it. You know, it doesn't really. Of course, it does involve my router, not direct. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea because I'm far from a professional, right? And you should be a bit of a professional if you. I mean, not really a professional, but you should take some things a bit serious. It doesn't really matter if people have like create a whole fake world to conduct experiments on you and like and show off how great they are, because it's a very strange flex, you know. Taiwanese they spend essentially 15 years on showing off how great they are, while in reality, you know, absolutely no one cares. I mean, I had to live through a fake pandemic, and one of the fake pandemic points was that in Taiwan, they were so great that they could do everything they wanted. They were unaffected because they had, like, seriously, you won't believe this, a semiconductor monopoly in the world, because Taiwan controls everything. So they could get away with everything because they had a semiconductor monopoly. Can you even imagine that people think that up? You know, they did. You know. Well, first of all, there was no pandemic to begin with, right? I have a Raspberry Pi for coding, just as a media server. I'm still setting it up, basically. I'm almost done. I do a little bit every day. Every day I set up one. So yesterday I set up file sharing, NFS. So it's slowly working. Yeah, and the laptop. I have a laptop. I have like 4 hard disks. Yeah, and they're just my I don't know, my backup / file server / non-uploaded streams. I upload there. No, I mean, these people are very strange. At the same time, what they covered was that they hired people to mess with my relationships and stuff like that. That kind of thing they covered conveniently covered up. But when they had to pretend that they were victims, then suddenly, you know, everything was allowed. Yeah. I don't. So I didn't buy a NAS. I just got like a Linux on an old laptop, and then some drives, basically. Going through USB 3 port, 3.0 even. So no, it's 3.1. It's a 5 gigabit. It's not even too slow, but there are hard drives anyway, so speed doesn't matter too much. He is funny. Kilkamp is a funny dude. Kilkamp is a funny. Oh, that's I should know. Funnier than me. Yeah, so I kind of turned it into a mini NES, so to say. But, I mean, it's much cheaper. It's just an old laptop and a bunch of hard disks. That's about it. Yeah, no, it's if you can live like that, it's pretty nice. I mean, it can be stressful, of course, but at the same time, if you can live like that, it's pretty nice. They have a lot of fights on stream, though. That is a little bit. How do you say that? But at the same time, you know, it's. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. If you're fine with it, right, then you're fine with it. Okay? Like. IP2, I'm not into CX, DX, EX, FX, IP2. I don't really know. No, I'm generally just for the chill stuff. It's just that the Taiwanese have gotten completely impossible. I mean, yeah, good for them. They are very strange people, like I said. They are pretending that they, you know, that they put me through like some, because I wrote down something about North Korea when I was like 22 or something, right? So they're faking like, seriously, that's like over 20 years ago. So they're faking now, they have been faking that they're like, that I'm going through some, they're faking that I'm going through the North Korean experience or something. Right? But in reality, like I said, they actually are far more, when they're normal, they're already like far more like North Korea, like what they think are the bad things about North Korea. They are actually like that, and they don't even, you know. These are not exactly like normal people, you know. They are not normal people, you know. I mean, if apparently they're rich, you know, so let them pay. Who shall we play with? I don't think I ever played with Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. They're very strange people. They're very, very strange people. Yeah, Spain before, that's also Spain and Portugal, right? They're very strange, but here officially they're very, not everyone, but like they're proclaiming to the outside world that they're very proud of their freedom and democracy. Dude, you can't say anything. I'm gonna start a podcast here in Taiwan. I'm gonna do it soon. I'm gonna read Mao Zedong for it. No. Watch hentai. I don't really watch hentai. Every country doesn't know, but not up to this level. Not up to this level. Really. Not up to this level. Of course, every country has a secret agency and this and this and that. Not up to this level. And these people are so stupid. They essentially got caught. And they thought that they were showing off to the world what they would do with a spy who wasn't a spy. And a this who wasn't a this, and a that who wasn't a that. So I turned them into the spokespeople of the communists for like. So they tortured me, but at the same time they were showing off why people are communists and not like them. They didn't really realize that. So they tortured me, they showed it to everyone. But what they forgot is that then people would surely know that this is why people do absolutely not want to listen to them. Because they are like that. It's not like, you know, that in Beijing they say they are like that and they're really insane, you know, or that in Washington, they say, of course, the Taiwanese are great. They have freedom and democracy. No, they really showed off to everyone what they actually do and why they're so ill, right? The Americans and the Taiwanese, what they just showed it out. It's not even a discussion anymore or like a question. They just showed it. They literally just showed it, which is really ill, obviously. So no, not every country does that. Of course, every country has, you know, some form of something, but they're not going that far. And in many cases, they just kick you out if they would think that. But it would be a little bit ridiculous because I never was a spy or anything else. Or they just lied about it. So they thought they could get all the great secrets of how we do things, or you know, whoever we are, right? Blah blah blah. By using some really lousy psychological tricks and this and this and that. But what they actually did was exposing themselves. And now everyone can see and know how they do things. And as people have seen, it's not entirely normal, good, or has anything to do with freedom and democracy. They're being ruled by a bunch of like freaks, you know, who also terrorize the local population, who are freaks on top of it, and who have like zero, they have no idea what's going on in the world to begin with. And they also have zero concept of anything, basically. And especially not of like freedom of speech and democracy and those things. They absolutely don't care about that. The truth is, sadly enough, this is, I mean, I you know, I know because, you know, I speak Chinese, you know. You can be like, yeah, how would you know? Well, I even speak Chinese. I speak Chinese like them. I speak Chinese like a local. When I stream, you can hear me, right? You sometimes talking to them. I speak Chinese, huh? Can you hear which one is the native speaker and which one is it? Probably not. Now, luckily, this is a free country with freedom of speech, so I can say this. Right? Right, guys? Don't think I'm saying some strange stuff, you know. Like if you watch TV here, they're like swearing at each other all the time. All the time, you know. I don't watch those programs. If you watch a political program, it's one swearing contest, basically. But in the end, they're just business people who are earning money. Business and mafia people. Well, some form of capitalism. Anti-freeze? I've never... I'm not going very well. But anyway, that was... It's not true. The point is that it's not true. What they do here is far more screwed up than... They think... I don't really understand what they're thinking. They just don't know, I think. And they honestly believe that, you know. They used to ask me, you know, like, what is wrong with Taiwan? Oh, a long time ago, when I still had friends. What's wrong with Taiwan? Well, So yeah. Nope, I wasn't born in Rotterdam. I wasn't born in nearby, but not Rotterdam. Oh boy, that was really bad luck. I should have seen that coming. Well, 7th place, better than the usual, I guess. not so great. No, I wasn't born in Rotterdam. I've been there many times, don't get me wrong. But I wasn't born there. No, so the Taiwanese, you know, they have been unmasked, basically. If that makes them happy, good for them. If that makes them happy, good for them. Ooh, from first place to almost last place. That didn't go as I hope. Yeah, it's $16. Well, better than last place, right? Not exactly great. In the end, it's a game of Mario Kart. Not exactly super important. So what shall I do today, guys? What do you guys wanna... It's hard because like first of all, I've never really... You should practice the tracks a little bit, which I might do online. But secondly, yeah, they're not bad at all. That's the second thing. And third of all, it's really chaotic. Like if you're in front and you make one mistake, you really lose. Like you can go from like second to like 16th place in like, you know, with a bit of bad luck in like 3-4 seconds or something. You know, boom, there is a whole... There are like I think maximum is like 22 or 24 players, right? And like, you know, out of those there are like 18 there are like, you know, within like 2 seconds from each other. So it's one big mess, you know. Once it goes wrong, you know, you get hit by this car and that car and then run over by this car and I don't know what. So it's pretty hard to, you know, to consistently stay in the first few spots, I think. Much harder than in Mario Kart 8, so to say. It's kind of cool, like, you know, this game is much better. Sometimes it's a little bit nerve-wracking is not the right word. Like, you know, it's a bit, you know, you get punished. Sometimes you make a really small mistake and then you lose like 12 places spots and then you're like, oh, right. But it's a bit how this game works. You know. So it's good. It makes it pretty hard. It's a little bit random because of that as well, but at the same time, you know, it's not impossible to win. I won one race yesterday on stream. So every now and then I do win a race. Not very often, but it happens, right? Yeah, now 15th place. Well, we'll see. The good thing is that the items you get when you're back there are generally pretty good. So now we're 5th, boom, 7th, 8th, 9th. So 5th I got hit by a shell and then now 11th, right? Punishments are hard, so to say. Harsh. But it makes it kind of cool, so to say, you know. I mean, Mario Kart is not a game you should take super seriously anyway. I mean, I don't. Some people might, you know. I'm not one of those people who's gonna take this like super seriously. I used to take it a little bit more seriously when I was younger, but you know, now my hair is white, you know. like I said, I went through different things in my life. You know. Mario Kart is like no, but it was different. Like so, no, I mean this is a really sad story. Anyway, let's not like. Anyway, no, I like Mario Kart. I grew up with Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong on that. There are like strong emotion, not strong. I mean, there are emotions attached to it. You know. I did play the first Mario Kart in whenever it was 94, 95 or something. Right? And I have played most of them. Right? So it's not really like I'm not impartial to the game at all. I like it a lot, but I'm not gonna practice for it. I used to kind of like practice especially when I was younger, like practice every track until you know it was almost perfect. You know, blah blah blah. Then I'm probably not gonna do it. You get a bit old for that, you know what I mean? Like, I might practice a little bit, but not seriously. I mean, if I could, I can't, but like if I could make a living out of this, right? I would like a bit of streaming. I mean, I don't know how you do that, but like, you know, like I don't know if I want that. I don't know, but like, you know, then I would like how do you say? I would practice that in that case, right? If it's like kind of your job. You were good at Quake and Unreal Tournament. I stopped playing, so I played Doom 1 and 2. And Quake I didn't really play anymore, basically. Quake. You were good at Quake and Unreal, yeah? Quake was good. I remember Quake. The graphics were much better and it was generally just really good. But I kind of stopped playing those games at that time. Yeah, those are really classic, right? Doom, Quake, Unreal Tournament also, right? In those days, I was still playing Warcraft. Warcraft 3 was coming out. Is it really that they have these new things, right? Like those mixtures, like of Minecraft and those first-person shooters, like Valorant and what's it called, Fortnite and those things. I miss the Warcraft and Command and Conquer, Red Alert / those games. Those games were good. I don't really understand why they killed them off. I understand I earned a lot of money with World of Warcraft, but it doesn't mean that they. I never really understood why they didn't make a Warcraft 4 at some point, right? Do you understand what I mean? Like, because Warcraft was great. Red Alert 2 scene is in China, yeah. My brother, back in the day, was apparently used to be top 20 of the world in Red Alert 2. I played a lot of Warcraft. Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2. I will stream it sometime, guys. I'm really good at Warcraft 1, which is completely nonsense, right? Complete nonsense. But I'm really good at Warcraft 1. Just to flex a little bit. Yeah, I'm also good at something. Warcraft 1. Yeah. Warcraft 2 I'm also really good at, actually. I used to make my own mods and... So that was back in 95, 96. I used to make my own mods. I even did voiceover for the peasants and the peons and stuff. You could already, in those days, they gave you, for Warcraft 2, they gave you the editor, basically, and you could just mod everything. Red Alert 2, which one is subscription based? I played Red Alert 1 and 2. 3 I didn't really play. I didn't really like it that much, first of all. And secondly, I mean, it was kind of cool, but it was a bit, I don't know, maybe it's slightly too futuristic, a little bit too out of the, you know, too much into the fantasy genre. I don't know. Also, I wasn't really playing computer games at the time, to be very honest. So there is also that. Yeah, I played Command and Conquer 1 and 3. I missed 2. I never played 2. I looked up the videos on YouTube for the storyline ones. It's a weird storyline. But 1 and 3 I played. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'm like before World of Warcraft, right? Before World of Warcraft, there were Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's okay. No worries. You know, it just shows how old I am. So there was Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. 3 you probably know, right? It's like similar to StarCraft basically. So I was good at 1 and 2. So this is like around 95 basically. What's MOBA, John? Right, yeah, originally like League of Legends and Dota are Warcraft 3 mods, right? So I was modding Warcraft 2. Warcraft 3 I did play, but not as much as Warcraft 2. Let me just quickly just do my eyes a little bit. So what do you guys want later? Do you want to like watch IRL? Do you watch more gaming? Dwarf Fortress, I never heard of it. Oh really, those also come from Warcraft 3. I see. It's 8:38. I should actually sleep a little bit more. I can also I might just turn on the be right back screen and be like, I'm sleeping right now. I'll be back in a bit. Oh really? Yeah, the existence of Minecraft I learned about like I didn't even know it existed until like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something. Dude, we're not going great. Oh, but now we're in second place. I guess that's good. Let's see how long it takes before right before we're back to 16th place, so to say. One second, guys. I'm gonna try to. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, so this happens, right? So I was in first or second place. Now I'm in 21st in like 4 seconds. That was a bit sad, right? One moment. This is the final round. Oh, I missed the items. Oh boy. Oh well. Complicated game is like storytelling simulator, build your own settlement. I see. What is it? Ah, okay. I never heard of it. Sorry about that. I prefer in 2015. I wasn't really playing. Yeah, the only series that I played consistently, and I also bought the latest one, is Civilization. Actually, Civilization. Most of you probably will find it boring, but I like those games in general. Yeah, I played Civilization 2 and 4. I played most. 5 also, fair amount, I guess. Oh, you still have Civilization 3. Civilization 3 I played. Not a huge amount, but I did play it. Civilization 2 with what is the World War II mode? Ah, I played that one a lot. The World War II mode. I have beaten it with everything, I think. I did some boring story. I made some mods of it as well. Civ 2 you could also mod pretty well. Yeah, you could I more or less figured it out how to. You could, yeah. I don't tell you what to do in tokens. In 2 you had that too. If you bought the game basically. Or at 6 you have to do you need to have 16 MB megabyte, not gigabyte, guys. 16 MB of RAM. Well, I remember Civ 3 had one big drawback. They had in the they had the corruption levels were. Maybe they were quite realistic, don't get me wrong on that, but they were really high. I think in terms of like gaming differences, I think the difference between oh boy, between 3 and 4 was bigger. I do have 7. 7 came out a few months ago, right? I bought it a little while ago. So I mean, I do have it. I could even stream it. I'm gonna, guys, what I'm probably gonna do is go on with the Zelda series. Are you guys into that? So when it comes to gaming, I'm gonna play a bit of Mario Kart and probably a Zelda game. We're gonna go through it. Would you guys like that? You can choose, okay? I'll let you choose. So I didn't. 2 games I got halfway: Breath of the Wild and so I finished Zelda 1, Zelda 2, like the Adventure of Link, right, on the NES. I finished A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. I finished Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. And I'm like both halfway Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild and what's it called? Majora's Mask. But it's been such a long time ago. I will both start them over. I do have Tears of the Kingdom, but I will finish Breath of the Wild first, and then go Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, so I did play 10 years ago. I played a little bit of Twilight Princess. So which one shall we? I let you guys choose. You can choose now. Everyone who is in chat, you get some form of vote. Which one would you like to see first? I will do Majora's Mask a little bit later, so you can choose between the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. I need to set up, so you can choose between the Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, Breath of the. I do have Skyward Sword, the remaster, Breath of the Wild, and and Breath of the Wild. Those. Which one do you? Which one do you? Or should I just do finish Majora's Mask? Could also do that. Wind Waker is here on the Switch, so I mean, it's easy to play. Like it has a game, the Switch 2 has the online thing as a GameCube emulator. So Wind Waker is easy to play. You can just play it on the Switch. Just Twilight Princess. All the Zelda games I can play on the Switch, apart from Twilight Princess. Up to me, yeah. Just let me think for a second. Let me think. Should I just continue Majora's Mask otherwise? Not start over, but just continue. All right, we'll do just that. We'll do that. So we'll continue in Majora. I forgot everything. But you're allowed to help. Just don't give any storyline spoilers, but you can help with everything. Because I got a bit stuck. It's hard, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yes, and then we do the Wind Waker afterwards. Majora's Mask, it's really trippy, yeah. It's hard. It's very ooh. Last place, guys. Oh, there was one lower. Anyway, oh sorry, you probably heard some noise there. Yeah, it's very I'm very curious. Don't tell me, but like I'm very curious what is going on basically, because there is something really weird going on. So there were like four dungeons, right? I finished the first two. I didn't get the stray fairies in the second one yet. I can't even get the first one, so I mean, it's very hard. But like, yeah. Yeah, I heard some. Maybe it was you who said it. Someone said it on stream like a little while ago as well. Like that there was actually really that apparently that the lead how do you call it, like the lead developer or something, you know, that was bad. The lead dev wasn't having a good time basically. It could be the game is very I don't know. It's very weird. I'm kind of curious what is going on, but don't tell me. Like, I'd like to finish the game and then no. I think the end of Ocarina of Time is really good. We could do just a really long Majora's Mask session today. You know, in the meantime, I'm gonna have to eat a little bit here and there and stuff. I need to rest a bit. What's up, Alanal, babe? Lots of Shrek emotes coming in there. Yeah, I'll tone down the restream bot a bit, guys, but I'll do that afterwards or later or something. I think you can turn that off. Don't want to see every message twice, right? I am streaming on YouTube as well. I don't really know why. You'll be up a while? I'm not entirely sure. I should or take an energy drink or have a nap, basically. Have you already drank your coffee? I decided to take tea today. I felt like tea a bit more. Ah, really? Yeah, I might just put myself in the just sleeping category and put on the Be Right Back screen, something like I'm sleeping, resting now. I'll be back in an hour or something. I generally don't rest like enormous amounts of time. Like, you know, it won't be like a 5-hour rest, but I do need a little bit of a rest. I think. But I'll be back. It won't be very long. Probably within an hour. I'll be back. I'll probably just stay online, and then I'll decide what to do. Yeah, power nap kind of thing. Normally I sleep for like half an hour or something, or an hour, something like that. It's not like I won't be away for like 6 hours. Most definitely. It's indeed more of a power. Yeah, and I'll send a message in the Discord also when I'm back, basically from my nap. Oh jeez. Yeah, it's 9. I'm gonna have a. I think net we gained some points even today. I have no idea how I did. I was just going on autopilot. So, yeah, I'm gonna, because I woke up really early. Normally I sleep a bit. So yes, guys, I am going to have a little bit of a nap, and I'll be back soonish. Let me just you know, I'll just go on streaming, I guess, right? And I'll leave it like this for now. Next time I'll do. Yeah, thanks everyone for dropping by, guys. I'll be back later, but like in a little bit. It will take a little bit. In the meantime, I'll All right, I'm back. I, I still have this screen on, but like, yeah, I don't really know. What shall I do? But I'm back. Back. Very much back. All right. Very much back. Back, 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 back. So let's see. But I really needed that. That I really needed to sleep basically that hour. That makes a huge difference. Uh, I should. Uh, all right, seriously. Oh, that's how it works. Actually. All right, I think I'm gonna do a bit of practicing some stuff and then do some IRL or something. I mean, I'm gonna get some lunch somewhere, something simple, nothing serious. Um, I probably should have some. All right. Right. Greatness, right? Greatness, 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 greatness. Whatever. Right? It doesn't really matter. Okay. Now let's check out if I can. I have to do something else before. Um, I hope you can hear it. Blah blah blah. I don't think you can. Let me check.